Hello, welcome back to Face TV here. StarSeries 12 is the order of the day, and we have ourselves map number 3 of this best of 3 between TSM and VirtusPro. It's going to be cash, and I feel like TSM. Well, I mean, it can't go as badly as last map. Touch wood, but.
So let's see.
But I feel like
Pimp is still there. Pimp is still there.
I feel
That's
like
not good.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt for sure losing the device, but I still feel like it's one of their weaker maps.
Can't we just have matches where the people from the actual teams play, and we can see awesome Counter Strike, and then and then hooray?
No.
Like it just sucks, man. Oh, he's gone for the left, right, Dan. Oh, he got done.
This is great commentary.
What am I doing? We don't do this, Dan. We don't commentate knife.
You just did. You just did.
Because we are proper commentators.
You can't get away from it. You just did. It's been recorded. It's proof of that now.
It was hardly commentary, Dan. Come on. Come on. I still don't have a Dragon Lore, by the way. Do you know what? It's going to be so awesome if I open a Dragon Lore. Like, well, not. I mean, if we do the contract for subscribers and we get a Dragon Lore, it's going to be really cool. And I will not be remotely jealous at all. And I'm not even joking. I will not be. I'll be very happy, actually.
But we need the 400k followers first.
But they'll just sell it. They'll sell it, Dan. They'll probably get scammed for it because who's going to actually pay money for like that much money for a skin anyway?
I don't know,
with any luck, Dan.
I don't know who spends thousands of dollars on skins. I don't know.
Well, not one skin, Dan. Well, with any luck, they'll just give it straight back to me and say, "Here, James, this is for you." All right, pistol round. Team solo mid. Start on the CT side once again. Hopefully, it'll be better for them than the last one was. We will see a tighter game.
They went for a quick push on B storage. I like that idea, and you can see how well it works because now they got the information despite losing Pimp. They got the rotation in, and cajunb locking down that vent room. That's really huge. But now, in doing so, they've given up presence on mid, and they themselves are being flanked. It's going to be TaZ coming in from the back, but cajunb picks up another frag. This guy has gone huge for his team. TSM now have a chance in this one, and cajunb, he's got an ace. He wants this. He gets the 4th kill, but now he's low. 20 health left. 3 bullets too. He's just firing off bullets. He has no idea he's run out. And he does switch over, finding a gun on the ground. Went out for these shots there on 7 HP now, but it just takes 1 bullet to the head. And TaZ will go down, and he's on the angle, but TaZ can't find him. Oh, cajunb! He manages to pull it off. He gets the ace. What an amazing individual performance from cajunb. And Team Solo Mid, they get the start that they needed.
That was really important. And after he crossed the opening onto B, he had the positional advantage because he could rotate to various places, hide behind various things. TaZ still went for the chase, obviously. He could try and run back and get the bomb, but then he would have no idea where his opponent was. So went for the information play, tried to engage, didn't go his way, and TSM take the pistol. See the P90 out on dupreeh. cajunb going straight for an M4. FAMAS party for the remaining players.
Yeah, I mean, cajunb getting it $1,500 for beating all those players. So
TaZ gets stinked.
Snax in now, able to take down Pimp, going to be able to pick up the weapon as they move in. And they've got quite a scary push into this bomb site now, but that rain of bullets in from the FAMAS is certainly going to cause some issues. karrigan finishing off one. cajunb's nade picking up TaZ, and now it's Neo to cause some shenanigans here as he moves in. Neo looking for the angles, looking for somebody to peek him.
Because he's still got the bomb. I was going to say, if he tried to waste a bit of time, he may have forced a rotation from the CTs, unbeknownst to him, because he has no idea where they are anyway. He's probably assuming that there's at least one on the B bomb site since they didn't have vision of the bomb. But was not the case. And Team Solo Mid take their second round. Took a bit of damage there, but they've got the round. They've got the round, and that's what counts at the end of the day, Dan.
It is. It's good that you know how Counter-Strike works.
Yeah, I read the manual on the way here on the plane.
Nice.
It was great. W is forward, Dan.
Maybe
you could use that key for W.
I got the manual, but it's in the wrong language, so I didn't read it.
Well, that sucks, Dan.
It was in svenska.
A is left. I haven't worked out what right is yet.
Jag inte förstår svenska. So VirtusPro just playing it slow for the potential aggressions of TSM. I mean, there's really no reason for them to actually just rush in.
karrigan looking for that AWP play just with the USP. He's going GoldenEye style, N64, Dan.
I mean, like, the thing is, right, is that TSM in the first 40, 50, 60, 60 seconds could just go for a bit of an aggression, go for a little bit of a peek. There's a chance that they will do that. That could happen. And so VirtusPro want that to happen because that information play will be a risk by the CTs in a closer range engagement opened up for the Ts to overwhelm that CT. So they're just wasting the time because they don't have to go really fast. They can now still have time to make a push and win a round. But go through the smoke, that's really cool. That's not going to be expected. That wall of smokes was supposed to be a B split, but no, they trick them. And they do get 2 frags out of it. Xyp9x picks up another one, does drop the bomber, and cajunb is locking down the connector. So they're handling this quite well despite the loss of 2 players, but pasha going to make it 3. Ooh, snapped. Okay. But I love that idea. It's just like, wall of smokes. We're totally going to be split, guys. It's very, very cute stuff there with the pistols. They baited the CT to look for the information. They put a bit of sweet corn on the line, Dan. All he saw was yellow. Went to bites. Got his face ripped off. I love sweet corn. Corn on the cob. I haven't had corn on the cob in ages. No, I like it in a can, Dan. I like it fully prepared. In a can? Yeah, absolutely. With preservatives and everything. I haven't talked it through, Dan. All right, well, we do have a nice defensive line here. 3 players in vent room. I love this defense because they have such a fast response into mid, and karrigan is doing decent damage. He did pick up a frag there, and now dupreeh can pick up the AWP. And sure, they don't have device working with that AWP, so that is always a little bit sad. But these guys, they're pretty good. They are pretty darn good. We do get cajunb getting challenged there, and he's going to be able to lock this down still. And they've got a good grip of what's going on the map. But VirtusPro still with 4 players left alive can certainly do a lot of damage here. They can still go for that delayed mid take, and it looks like they want to get the delayed mid take. 2 players over the top for them, as they do have 1 man in A main. 45 seconds left for them to find a play here, and looks like they want that A split. And there's 2 players on the site for Team Solo Mid. Xyp9x there on the vision towards A main. Going to be the first point of contact there, looking to peek. I think he spotted a player. There it is, he spotted one. Sees all 3. Rotation comes in. Now Pimp has to get a nice spray down. He gets both players. Just Byali and Neo left, and the plant's going down. Surely Pimp heard that. He is reloading, though. Can't do anything about that. I think he's waiting for his teammates, rather than just running there on his own. Come in with additional support, additional firepower. They have a man advantage. It was 3 versus 2, now 2 versus 1. Now it's 1 versus 1. But if only 18 HP will fall. Great Molotov. And dupreeh will be able to find that defuse. Has got the AWP as well. But look at the cost. We've got 9 people dead, Dan. It's a massacre. You know, they say one death is a tragedy, 9 is a statistic. Does it go like that? I don't know that. You told me. I think it's thousands, James. I think for the sake of Counter-Strike, I don't know that. I need to think about this. I need time. You need to do a lot of thinking. Especially about like, the cans and the cold stuff. Yes, I need to look at the label now. Quick push over the top in middle. And this is something that I don't see enough lately from teams, these quick mid pushes. Of course, there is reasons for that. But this time, they're going to actually flush the CTs out of middle. cajunb is still in the vents, though, and they haven't Molotoved it yet. But they are kind of prepared for him to peek out still. Ollie is going to get caught in the side, and now they wish they had a Molotov for the vents to flush out cajunb before he could have got that frag. But that's going to put TSM in a nice position. 4 on 3 again. Splitting, well, actually just 2 on the A bomb site. They got 1 guy in connector. karrigan's going to pick off TaZ, and Pimp going to get flashed in. And that's beautiful. Now they know what's going on. They make that proactive play. And VirtusPro are going to move into the B bomb site, and TSM should understand that this is very likely to happen, having just cleared out A main. In they go, and the counter grenades are in there. It's just on Neo. His man-in-arms goes down. Pasha is down. Neo is down, and the round is won by TSM. They are playing a great CT side so far, and VirtusPro, with that quick push over the top, it could have gone a lot better if only they had that Molotov for the vents. And actually, often when teams do that for the A split, the Molotov can come in from, you can throw one from, I think Devil showed this in the video a long time ago, from around here. Throw it all the way in there. And that's a really, really nice one to clear out the guy from the vent if you're going for a mid-take. Yeah, it's nice also because it's completely safe as well in comparison to throwing it in mid where you'd be completely exposed. there's a lot of set grenades you can do to really creatively and very effectively shut down all angles from middle for the CTs. But anyway, we'll go back to that point later on. We do have a quick push with the Tech 9s, and so far so good here for VirtusPro. They get the first kill. Can they get the bomb down? byali going to snap the neck of Pimp. Close range with that Tech 9, and they just need to get the bomb down. It's on the floor at the back of the site, and byali goes for the peak instead of the plant. Oh, disaster here. They got 2 players and no bomb down. They really could, James, they could have got the bomb down there.
Yeah, we know that, but do they, Dan?
But byali was facing instead of planting behind smoke, James. I
guess, yeah, but if he doesn't face, then it's 3v1.
Yeah, I guess maybe they just didn't communicate that the bomb was down. That's also very possible. But either way, it's going to be a bad look for VirtusPro, who are down 6-0 now. However, it is a pretty CT-sided map. VirtusPro need to get something out of Pasha here. He spots the man, and that's a really strong response there. Very quick is Pasha with the AWP. cajunb goes down. Lots of time left in the rounds for VirtusPro. And perhaps they could, if they go for a bit of a middle take in the next 30 seconds, they could really build into that B split. Now they've eliminated cajunb, and he's been a very powerful force at B. So that could be a weakness for them to press.
Is that why it's called cajunb?
Perhaps it is.
Because he's a B player. Well, maybe we'll ask him after the game, but for now, TSM are a man down. Round has slowed down. Don't know where the bomb is just yet. It is in A main, as you can see, and the Polish army are starting to pile towards that site. TaZ heading towards the door at the moment. And you can see only Xyp9x is in position. dupreeh rotating. Leaving only 1 player. Pasha is just too much to handle. He's like Popeye with an AWP at the moment. He's been eating his spinach, and it is paying off for him.
dupreeh's in so fast, though. He's getting the spray down, gets 2 players quickly, and the response is there. But karrigan and Pimp now have a chance, thanks to that really aggressive play where dupreeh just didn't wait. But Pasha takes down Pimp, and also it's just down to karrigan now. He moves in close with the AWP, and Pasha's close with the Glock. Goes for the jump, and not ready to get the trade, and oh, he doesn't get the next shot. Pasha gets the no-scope, and VirtusPro pick up around 6-1 now, and you know what? TSM don't actually have all that much money. Similar
story then. Again, they've been winning some rounds with only 1 person surviving, so lots of cash being spent on both sides here. Good for the economy, but not for the teams. They managed to get another AWP out here on the TSM side. So AWP versus AWP, obviously Pasha holding the second one. Xyp9x only with PC50, and it will be karrigan falling behind the sandbags in mid. And TSM only trying to hold mid with 1 person versus 3-4 of VirtusPro. That is an easy mid take for them. That's going to give them a lot of options here with lots of time on the clock.
Yeah, TSM didn't go for the standard like 3 opening players towards mid, then spreading out towards A and other places. And VirtusPro actually exploited that pretty effectively. This is a metagame thing, actually. And here you go. Xyp9x does take down Pasha. It's PC50, and it's a 3-on-3 now. They make their way in for the final push onto the EA bomb site. And you know what? It's just cajunb left now. He's probably more interested in saving this. He doesn't even have a kit. He doesn't even have any armor. Just went for the glass cannon buy on the AWP. And certainly going to be very tough for him to actually keep this alive if VirtusPro decide to go hunt him down.
Pasha is like a bull in a china shop right now. He's just destroying everything,
but there
leaving terror in his wake, Dan.
So there is this metagame concept on this map where a lot of teams, they like to do that 3-man into middle straight away, because what that means is that you can then get like an AWPer who can watch for the boost. You get the quick smoke down on this area so they can't just freely peek, and then you can run the other guy up to A. And the reason why you have 3 here at the start is so that you can nade, get your AWPer safe and in position, and cutting down these angles. And also it means that you can have very fast response towards both sides, and look, you keep control of the vents as well for your B players. So in doing that, of course, if the Ts do go for a super fast mid play, then you shut it down straight away. But the weakness there as well is fast pushes onto A or B, because, or well, rather A, because B is easier to rotate to, but in from that setup. But we saw them go for a really, really fast push on middle, sorry, and they're doing it again. And there's just not the players here from TSM to actually stop this. There is a guy on sandbags, though. I don't think they saw him yet. And he's going to peek out, and he's just going to get a couple of shots, but karrigan won't finish anybody off. But yeah, the point there is that if you assume that they won't go there because they're assuming your 3-man setup, and they do it, then they're basically playing the meta game and abusing a weakness just because of how the game is supposed to be played at the moment. The strategies that are in vogue at the moment. You know, having cajunb proving quite effective here at the end with this AWP.
The bomb's down as well, and he's got vision of it. So this is a very interesting situation which he could potentially win, but Pasha is just too much at the moment.
Yeah, he's been so consistent. It's actually quite scary.
I know. I haven't seen him playing this well, this consistently for a very long time. It feels.
Yeah, he's basically stepped up as a star player.
I mean, he's been playing well, but he's playing like even better. Like he's playing.
Yep.
He's just super dangerous right now.
And we can see in this round we're going to have 2 men close.
Finally,
middle.
The CTs have increased their presence. Look, 3 people there now.
And this is also like a bit of a metagame consideration. You're like, okay, timing-wise, they're not going to hit A really fast. We don't need a player in A at the moment.
Nobody in A. They smoked it off here. You can see that smoke is dead in the middle as well.
They've got to be careful though, because the timing eventually is going to be bad. So they've got to get a player in position on the site. And if they do that too slowly on A, then they're going to be in really, really hard times. And Xyp9x now has got a huge job to do.
Pasha's going fishing.
And karrigan will get eliminated straight up. As VirtusPro get another pick thanks to Pasha. And they are just one by one dissecting this play, this defense of the Danes. But trade finally does come in, but still 2-man advantage. VirtusPro to be taking another round as the remaining CTs want to hold on to their guns because their economy is in tatters.
Yeah, but that engagement right there is a lot of information for VirtusPro. You can see the flank coming in from all the players. They're like, bomb, what bomb? They're coming for these guns.
Yeah, Cache is actually a really interesting map in the ways that you can play it as CT. There's other ways you can open up the rounds as well, like by playing like aggressively on A main, squeaky, or even on B storage to actually try to get the early information or even get the picks, because often it can be the case where a team will, let's say, send just one guy to B storage just to harass. And for example, if it's NIP, they send GetRight, and GetRight's actually really good at doing that, because GetRight sometimes he like moves around all the smokes, all the nades, and then gets himself here, and sometimes gets a frag onto the site just by himself. I think GetRight's the best player I've seen doing that recently, and those players are really dangerous. But if they're playing by themselves, you can overwhelm them. You get the information what's happening B storage. You can adjust the setup in middle. You know, you get all this information to use. TSM right now playing a different style, where they're just playing pretty passively. They are now in this round with the limited resources they're working with, just playing with pistols, and they're all towards A. So going for a bit of a gamble here, but it's going to pay off as VirtusPro are moving in towards the A bomb site right now. Psyker Pasha in with a quick frag, but the P250 is proving effective. The bomb in hand there for Neo, going to meet his demise at the hands of the P250. And now Pasha and Snax in a 2-on-2, and Pasha gets the shot. Just in the nick of time, one more bullet, and he would be a very dead man. That nade going to be a bit too short to damage Snax. The bomb does go down, and Molotoving off one angle, smoking off another. It would seem hopeless for dupreeh, but he does have, despite no armor, a kit to work with.
Well, we know what Kenyes can do with no armor.
Pasha might not see this if he... Oh, dupreeh does catch the pixel, and Pasha turns around and he gets it with 3 HP. He got 4 kills. Pasha survives at the end of the round, getting 4 kills and having like 3 HP. This man is ridiculous. He's single-handedly just pulling VirtusPro out of these horrible situations. And that was a round where TSM had nothing. They just worked with pistols, and they had like one guy with an M4 base.
He's in Kenyes mode.
He is. He's carrying. Certainly got the upper body strength for that. We're going to see TaZ over the top. In this round again, we got the smoke in, but we didn't get the player with an AWP to strongly challenge the guy over the top. We didn't get the player in the vents challenging the guys boosting over the top. TSM's presence on middle a little bit shaky there. But dupreeh will hold down the vent room for the time being, as they do clean up, and middle's reclaimed.
cajunb is in the vent itself as well. Bomb is lying outside of B. In a safe place though, TSM will not know its location. And VirtusPro maybe looking to thin the numbers of TSM at the moment, as they still have 2 people outside A main. Bomb is rotating over there, as you can see. And he might be left weak. Oh, I think they've bounced the nade off onto the site, in fact. So the information, or some information is there that at least one player is over here. Pimp gonna take a quick duel as that grenade comes out, so he knows the player's not gonna have his weapon primed. Gets a free kill. No trade coming in because of the angles there. Neo, though, just gonna charge out and show him who's the boss. Still a man advantage here for TSM. The flank indeed is coming in from cajunb, but can he get there in time? Because here comes the push from VirtusPro.
He's gonna, oh, he picks off dupreeh long range with the AK, and byali comes into play as well. And it's cajunb on the flank. He's got a good angle for this push. He's unknown in his position. He's got the silencer. He's got all the chances, but the nade is a little bit too far to the left, and that might just show them the trajectory of his approach. But looks like they are none the wiser so far as cajunb takes the angles. There it is, the first frag onto Neo. Now byali's going to have to peek out sooner or later, but cajunb's going to chase him down. Does spot him cat and mouse here around the quad boxes, and he gets the kill. He's got a kit as well. He's going to have the round there for his team, and it's going to be VirtusPro that are going to go down one more. They are looking great, but TSM's still hanging on to a lead.
Wasn't it 5-0 at one point?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, it was.
So from 5-0 to 7-5, so VirtusPro definitely closing in on TSM. Were only a round behind, but now TSM make it 2 again. You can see the money is ropey for both teams. Yeah, the war of attrition has hurt all sides.
And if you're newer to the game, then this is a CT-sided map. It's usually going to be, you're going to say something closer. Actually, it bears similarities to Mirage in the sense of how CT-sided it can be, but yeah. Pasha trying to be a bit of a nuisance here. He's got a good angle. Gets the shot, of course he does. Pasha is not missing with that AWP at the moment. Taking down Pimp. And yes, the sub for Device. TSM doing quite well with Pimp. Pimp is a really good player. He really is generally a very good player. And Zipnik's boosted up here. So this could be a pretty huge moment for TSM as Zipnix gets 2 frags. Finally gets eliminated, but VirtusPro not set a foot onto the site. It's down to Snax now to create a distraction for Pasha potentially. But Pasha's hightailing it out of there. He's actually going to try to get a better angle on middle with Snax. So potentially with 40 seconds left, if Snax and Pasha can hit the shots here, Pasha's going to have a nice range to work with as he approaches dupreeh. Could shut him down at the key moment. He will get the kill. Pasha unable to scope in on the long ranges. Oh, and that's a big difference. If Pasha had an angle with the AWP, double scoped onto the quad boxes, you could probably say goodbye and good night to TSM's defense on the A site there, but dupreeh saves the day. Yeah,
dupreeh was just loitering outside the B bomb site, and it gave him the perfect position to flank through CT mid. That's exactly what he did, and cut the VirtusPro numbers down to 1, after which it was indeed a formality for TSM. So 2 rounds remaining, and again, the money was tight for both sides, and it's going to be VirtusPro forced onto the eco. Still spread out quite a lot at the moment, but with Tech-9s on the board and P250s, you have to imagine they're going to start to bunch up and go for some close quarters engagements. They're going to try and avoid angles where they could be sprayed down together.
Considering the momentum that VirtusPro had, for TSM to be able to hold on like they have is really impressive, to be honest. And that's a good nade, and a lot of the purpose of that nade is actually to potentially highlight players that are in the smoke. And the flashes also have a similar effect, I believe. They know that this is coming, and they've already got 3 players on the setup. TSM now blinding them all. Really good flashes here. It's like only one guy who was not blind as a bat. Got near over the top though, but we do get the cleanup. Snax going to go down. And the round is won securely by Solo Mid. Team Solo Mid, they pick up 9. Now they have 5 on their opposition, and they're looking solid to get that 10th one. But they're going to have a good stock of grenades. They won't have the AWP, but they've been playing well without it so far. No AWP for VirtusPro either.
Oh, Pasha is also a good rifler, so we'll have to see if he can continue his insane damage output. I wonder what his hit percentage is with the AWP in this match, because it must be up there. But anyway.
So a very standard setup here from TSM. They've got 3 guys on mid. They've got 1 in the vents. I don't know if he's been boosted up just yet. His teammate cajunb is actually in on the site, I believe.
No one's boosted at the moment.
Yeah, it's dupreeh that's by the event, so we'd like to have dupreeh boosted up there, but to support middle, and it's okay that they do have a guy under the boost, and Xipnix is there also in an angle that can allow him to catch guys who are boosting over, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Look at the timing of the fire there. This is good, but they've got to be careful. TSM are going to be in a very dangerous place very soon. And who is it below the boost here? It is going to be Pimp. It's in a key position. Pimp picks up the kill. Only one, though. Now Xipnix going to peek onto them.
It's a bomb as well.
Bomb, yeah.
That's a very awkward place for the T's, but they've already picked it up. No fear from these guys. TaZ going to charge in, lose the duel. That's a bomb down. And once again, now there's only 2 versus 4. But he's going to be static and just hold the sights now. That's their information down in the mid area. And with karrigan, the only man holding A, at least he can bank on a timing pushing through mid for about 10 seconds or so. And then there's a question mark as to where these T's are. Misses the shot, but does see the bomb.
Uh-oh, this is bad news here, though, for Team Solo Mid, because it's going to be a plant for Byali, and he's going to get himself a 1-on-2 with the bomb down. This is a good situation for him, actually. Quite winnable.
I said he saw the bomb, but he didn't see the bomb because it was an 8-main. Please continue.
The bomb was there, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Byali able to get the first kill. And he gets the second as well. He knows exactly where they're coming from. And
he
Byali,
made that looks like just another day in the office.
Yeah, Byali's been amazing this map, and in the last map as well. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that they did see the bomb. I think he just ran it around.
Well, at the time I was talking, he was looking down mid, but the bomb was elsewhere. So I made a mistake on the radar.
Oh, okay. Well, well, there you go. I mean, we have 6 rounds there for VirtusPro. So honestly, they're going to be happy with that, considering the position they were in, 5-0 down. But TSM did quite well to do as well as they did. But you point at Snax's frags, but this is where Snax gets the kills. Snax is, unless they've decided to change how Snax plays this map for them, and there's no reason why they should, Snax is the vent man. He is the guy in a position where he defends B quickly, he defends mid, he retakes A. And he's usually the most important player for VirtusPro on their CT defenses. So we'll have to see how the start goes for them, though, with the pistol. cajunb already getting pop flashed in there, as we do have Byali at the back over by the truck, able to get some bullets in, but no frags. It's a free plant here for the Danes, as TSM are going to find themselves in a pretty good situation. cajunb's actually cutting players off towards middle as well. But then they come up short and up from CT. VirtusPro getting closer and closer now. Oh my god, Snax, are you serious? Wow. Gets a jumping USP shot. I don't know if it's going to matter. You can see that Pimp and Snax having a bit of a laugh about that one. And TSM cleaned it up. And some Kukli business right now. And I think Kukli's business, his assets been liquidated, James. He's bankrupt. He's gone.
Kukli Enterprises has been shut down. It's been repossessed. Find his assets at auction.
So,
you could see him. Oh man, I could just see him on like a dusty couch with a suit he's been wearing every day for 5 months. He's lost his tie down. It's all falling apart. At Kukli Enterprises.
Kukli Enterprises. All right, we do have TSM now with their push into the A bomb site. They do have a good situation on the weapons. Of course, winning that pistol round, but a few trades coming in here, which is definitely going to be nice for VirtusPro to get that damage done. But the bomb's going to go down, and you and Snax, can they really get anything extra here? Well, Snax is the last man standing. He's got that USP in his hand, and he's going to get smoked off and spammed through the smoke. He won't even get to see his attacker as he dies. He will die alone in the smoke. So 11-6 as TSM take a really nice start into this one. And this is a start that was absent from VirtusPro's side. When they started out, their start was going 5-0 down. TSM already getting themselves potentially that 3-0 up. They just had to deal with a couple of Deagles and the P250s in action here. And one thing that I like from VirtusPro is the decision not to invest in armor. So they have 2 rounds in which they can put in economic damage. Because they have 2 rounds in which they can have the money to buy pistols for that damage. Instead of going pistol armor in 1 round and saying, let's win it now, they're saying, let's just get damage. And there you go. Chunk done to karrigan. Karrigan, in fact, going to go down as Pasha is able to use that P250 to find a headshot. And that was basically karrigan just fact-finding. He was looking for where the players were. And we get the rotation coming in from VirtusPro. Look at this sprint now.
And the CTs as well.
They are looking, VirtusPro are almost there, but they are going to be beaten to the chase. It's a great nade there. Big damage done to these players. And got to hand it to TSM. They played this well. As you know, VirtusPro did. VirtusPro went for the stack. TSM discovered where the stack was. They beat them to the site. And now they're just executing the players one by one. And now we're going to get the buy from VirtusPro.
Ooh, Pasha, lots of money in the bank. They are going to want to identify where he is and avoid him or eliminate him, because he is doing big work at the moment. He has got 21 kills. Well, Zipnix and cajunb actually are hot on his heels as well, so respect to them. cajunb is 20 for 6 at the moment. That is massive. Pimp the sub pulling his weight as well. Always good to see.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best all-round players that Denmark has, I think. He's really good. He's really good for sure.
Double AWPs coming out here for VirtusPro. Snax.
That old Copenhagen Wolves lineup that did so well.
Snax with the second one. So normally we see Neo playing solo AWP, but he is actually in the event, so I think he's playing support for the time being. Look at the aggression on the A bomb site. TaZ is just a meat grinder. He gets the bomb down. Early information, but with the bomb back in control of the T's. Oh, Pasha, please stop. I can't take this. 2 at the same time. I mean, imagine being on the receiving end of this. Just non-stop annihilation by the biceps. If you put a can of sweet corn, for example, Dan, in Pasha's armpit, do you think he could crush it open?
I don't know. Why don't you try? Why don't you go to him at LAN and try and record it for science?
I may just do that. Well, for now, VirtusPro back in the mix. And really, it's interesting to see that Snax is AWPing the B bomb site as opposed to Neo. So there have been some adjustments here for VirtusPro as Neo. Let's have a look at where he is playing. Well, he's also playing on the B bomb site. Fair enough. It is normally a few rounds into the CT side where they start to do the solo AWP. But interestingly, they're not boosting him into mid either. Into the vent, sorry, to get sight of mid. So different VirtusPro we're seeing today on Cash.
You can see the Neo is just tapping away into the smoke. They're obviously like, if he's able to actually connect some bullets, even if it's just as light as he did there, just dupreeh down to 78, that counts. Every bit of damage early on is really impactful. So it's good to just use the bullets that you have instead of dying or ending the round with full. You can avoid it. And that's able to actually take one down on the flank. And looking like TSM are in some trouble, but Pimp gets 2 frags there onto the bomb site, and TaZ has revealed himself, takes the bomber down, and it's all down to Pimp now. The sub to come in and deal with a 1-on-3 for the ace. As Pimp looks side to side, he knows he is truly doomed, and he slouched against the wall there. Very grim reality for him.
It's a long road to victory here for VirtusPro, but they are looking strong as hell to do it. Money is varied on their side, but they are collecting the rounds one by one. They have to be careful. Let's have a look at what solo mid are going to do on this eco. Quite spread out at first. Nobody over towards the B-bomb side, but the rest of it, they're just keeping an eye. You saw karrigan going towards the squeaky door and then coming back. So I think they're making sure there's no flank here. You can see cajunb getting heavily tagged straight away there, trying to peek mid, and he got some information. So, sorry, people going nuts in the background playing on Face It Pugs. So we can't really complain, Dan. But there we go. Again, there's nobody over towards B for TSM. There's a lot of people loitering around mid. Looks like they may go for a bit of an A play here, possibly a passive position, just in case TaZ or Pasha get any ideas and start to go crazy. But I think they know better than to do that, as they will be expecting this eco as well. Snax fighting the first frag onto cajunb, getting finished off in mid after being tagged early, and the push starts to come in on the A side. But Pasha gets a frag. byali, TaZ, only karrigan remains. He has got a bomb, is trying to plant it.
He knows he's going to die. Trying to dodge.
Puts his mouse on 6400 DPI.
There's Masters.
And tries to make his hitbox as hard to hit as possible, but still was relatively easy for VirtusPro. That's yet another round on the board. cajunb now with the AWP once again. Only one AWP for VirtusPro in this round, actually. So we'll see how the layouts has changed. Snax and Neo once again going over to B, but again, there is no AWP on their side. There's early smokes going to come out. Quite aggressive position as well, and now Snax in that position, his second home, the vents.
Snax to the max in the vents. He's so potent there. He knows how to play those angles well. And solo vents are yet to really make much of a push or a call as to what they're doing. They're just spreading out along the width of the map, trying to take some early map control. And there's cajunb. He gets the pick onto Neo. So now they have some options to work with. They know that VirtusPro have to basically replace the presence of that man towards B, that they can't really have a stacked defense pretty much anywhere at this point. So teams can often go for that delayed mid-take in spots like this because they know that the CTs are likely first going to sacrifice mid-control in spots like this to make sure that if a fast push comes with 5 players, they can deal with it. So you can see one of the nades up here to actually get at least 1 or 2 players into middle. So that's going to give them the options for the A or the B split. And
they've gone for a fake this time with those smokes.
And if TSM leave a player in B storage or attack B vents that they are, this is really going to stop these rotating players. And if they get the frags, even better, but it's actually not looking so good for them. Snax picks up the kill into karrigan. Meanwhile, it has to be that TSM on the A side, they have to execute here, and it's a really bad situation. Xyp9x barely able to save it. Last man standing on the A site as his teammate, dupreeh, is in middle. Was previously there tasked with keeping those players stuck in the B bomb site, and he did that just for long enough, but now it's a 1-on-2 for Xyp9x as they charge up short. At least now he knows exactly where they are. They don't have a beat on his position just yet. It's a great angle that he is hiding in at the moment. And he gets the quick shot onto Snax. They know where he is. Is he just going to go for the hold? TaZ is holding. Oh, and he's going to go down. Gets eliminated by Xyp9x. And that is a very crucial one for them to win, as they get just enough money to keep the buys going. They lost so many players, but the problem is that VirtusPro not done yet. They still got cash in the bank, and TSM actually going to go for that full buy, but you can see it's really straining for them.
Okay, so the AWP coming out onto pasha. Once again, let's have a look at his position on this occasion. Look at the aggression there. He is holding a pretty tight angle. Now, look, now it's pasha playing solo B, while the rest of his teammates rotate elsewhere. So it's another change of tactics here from VirtusPro. You can see Neo and Snax just joining TaZ with passive positions towards the mid area. TSM, though, stacking up towards the A site. pasha going for information, which will allow his teammates to push towards A. TaZ is in a very strong position. There's sight the bomb as well as 2 frags. Gets a 3rd one as well. Only cajunb remains. This is not good at all for TSM. Their money was stretched as it was. And now with only 1 frag on 1 VirtusPro player, their money will blossom. While TSM's money will just be sand and dust.
That's not really money, though.
I suppose it's not, Dan.
I guess you could say that they in their pockets.
I was going.
Pockets is only lint. That's like
knives
thing.
and lint. That's a Batman reference, Dan. But I was going for kind of greenery and growth, Dan. Blossoming flowers. And only sand, arid landscape. No water. But I couldn't make the connection, Dan. I couldn't do the English.
I can't word. It's going to be a pretty easy cleanup here against these pistolas. TaZ going to pick up one on karrigan, and it's just pimp now. So once they clean this up, we get another buy from TSM. But rounds like this, because they're so clean, keep VirtusPro off ecos if TSM win. And that's like the crucial point here. That's actually part of the reason why there is this concept of momentum in CS. Because it's not just momentum from the aspect of like psychological, like we feel good, we're getting all the frags, we're winning the rounds. There is that, but there's also the economic momentum, and that's what VirtusPro have stilted.
Yeah, something Sean Garres or Sean Gares or Mr. Universe.
Garres!
Mr. Universe, as Thorin calls him. I was talking about with regards to MR3 16K, how StarSeries do it. He says it kind of ruins the economy of CS. It's an economy-based game, and you don't get rewarded as Ts for eliminating all the CCs. But that's another conversation for another day. As a viewer, I think I want to see carnage, but I do think he raises a very good point there.
Well, there's another point to be raised as well, but we're going to see Pasha picking up the frag onto cajunb.
Yeah, cajunb just felt Pasha's point from his AWP.
Thank you for the clarification.
Those sharp bullets sending him packing once again.
So cajunb's on the bench as the rest of his team try to find a way to get an edge into the round. And there you go, karrigan going to pick off TaZ. Quick bullet to their heads. As Snax moves in, he's going to be unexpected by dupreeh. And he will find the frag. Oh, that was a good tag onto byali. Snax still holding down middle though. And the problem for TSM is they are running out of time. They need to go for this play, and they need to go for it now. Because otherwise, if they commit themselves with 10 seconds left, it's not going to end well. It's going to end in tears. Salty Danish tears. And we're going to have Pasha on the back. Takes down Pimp. They go for that split onto A. But again, no time, no way. VirtusPro on point. 12-13, and they are on eco again. What
a comeback here by VirtusPro. Again, they are on the favoured side, but I think they had like, was it 6 rounds they had in the first half? It's a long, hard slog, and you have to be really consistent. And you can't let your mind slip for a moment, because that could be the difference between winning and losing. So
much better cash than I expected from TSM, I must say. I must say, it must be said. Oh yes, pass me the crumpets. I don't have any crumpets, James.
I was gonna, never mind. Let's just not talk about crumpets anymore. I think we've said enough.
Crumpets are pretty good though. But we're not on the Cubs. No Cubs. Here we go though. It's going to be a very meaty meal here for Neo, but he's not going to be able to digest it. It's going to be Xyp9x who does take him down, as we have a 4-on-4 situation. They're going to get the bomb planted, but only a weapon on Pimp. He's actually the lowest health player of their lineup. Xyp9x gets the free one. They know where he is. He tries to go for the weapon. Pretty greedy play, and he gets punished as VirtusPro swing on in now. And TSM could buy on after this round anyway, but now they will be able to buy all the nades, all the AKs, all the armors, and maybe even an AWP.
Dan, they're going to the boutique. No more charity shop. They want the Manolo shoes. And out they come. So if TSM lose this round, then what?
Well, I don't know. First they have to get past 3 AWPs. Let's see if they can do that.
Wow.
Triple AWP.
3 AWPs.
This is
triple
very,
AWP.
This is very Australian.
How do you say 3 in Polish? Somebody tweet me. I should know that, but I don't.
This is very Australian. We saw the Australians doing this all the time. Like, there's actually, I think.
Oh, I do remember, yeah, but they did it against an eco round, and then they just couldn't retake.
They just did it. There's no.
That's 2, right?
No thought past that. Just do it. That's how they roll.
I want to do it. I want to do it. Just do it. You know, I know how to spell Dzień dobry.
All right. That's good to know. We do have the rounds right now looking like it's about to explode as TSM are ready to go with the top and middle. TaZ is there for the spot, and in come the grenades here as they try to make their way in for the push. Got 3 players in main. They go over the top and middle as well for that split up short. I mean, they know what's going on here. They're pretty ready for this. Pasha, though, gets tagged down low. It doesn't get taken out. That might be a horrible realization as their sniper is still alive. And you know what? All 3 snipers stay alive. And TSM get nothing on that push. They just got a couple frags. They needed more than that. But they had enough cash left over on the last round thanks to the bomb plant. That, and combined with their loss bonus, they have a strong buy again. No warps this time. They're going to hit up the AKs. They know that there's a bunch of warps on the side of VirtusPro, so they might play against this now. Looking for that B play, it looks like. They're just going to rush in. Oh my god, what happened? Thanks, GoTV.
Well, I was going to say that in the previous round, one of the TSM players got pinned to the wall like he got shot by Legolas, but never mind, because the entire round skipped and...
in Painkiller, you could do that as a stake gun. You could stake people to the wall.
I think we know what this means, unfortunately.
For those of you who play Painkiller.
I only played it once.
You don't even know what it is, do you?
Of course I do.
You heathen.
I played Painkiller. I played through the entire game, but I only played 1 player.
1 player? You mean single player?
One player, single player.
Such a fighting game, guy.
Solo. Solo mode, Dan. I was solo mode.
All right, so we got TSM with a quick kill there, looking to try to tie this game up here, and it's a good. They actually have a good chunk of map control here now. Middle completely under control. They got a short as well, but their push into a main completely cut off. TSM, they're disjointed. They're not able to synergize, and it is instead VirtusPro picking up the kills here. You have dupreeh trying to get an effort going. They get the bomb down on B in all the madness, in all the rotation of VirtusPro, but they are mad. They're angry. Neo up on heaven. Toss in that incendiary. That's going to eliminate some potential positions. Snax picks up one frag. It's, I was going to say it's down the cajunb B, but
Go TV.
Snax is going to cue the GGs up, as it is now going to be VirtusPro 16. Their opponents, TSM, the Danes, they have 13 rounds, and it's not going to be good enough this time around. But they had a valiant effort. They had a sub. Pimp played really well. So high five to Pimp. Props. That's kind of, I shouldn't do that again. So he played well. Good job. And the thing is that they were missing device. So again, as you say, put pinch of salt to the result.
Yeah, for me, I don't take anything away like long term from the result because they didn't have their full team.
I think so.
So I mean, there's only so much you can even say after the match, really, because everything is with a pinch of salt, so it's kind of futile. Do you feel? I feel that way.
Actually,
at least for TSM's performance, but not we can talk about VirtusPro.
James.
Dan.
So you have to realize sometimes our audience is quite international, and so we'll say things that maybe I don't know if like so is a pinch of salt. Is that like something, a phrase that is used? Is that universally understood? I don't know. Should we explain?
Do you think there's salt in here? What is this?
It's sand. Or it's supposed to be sand. It's probably just I don't even know. I don't know what it is.
It could be anything.
It could really be anything. But but James, would you like to explain what a pinch of salt means to the international audience?
I don't even know how to explain that.
That's the thing about these sayings, is that if someone asks you, it's like, I don't know, it just is a pinch of salt. But it basically means...
It's if you ask anyone but Dan, because Dan's a nerd, so he knows this.
I don't know this. Actually, I think a week ago I looked this up, but I can't remember. But basically, it means that you need to give it, to have an element of doubt within the result, because it's, give it a pinch of salt means like there is some doubt there. James, sometimes we're really dumb. Do you ever feel like that? I feel like that all the time. Do you think that works? Just have an element of doubt to the, that's what it means. Add a bit of doubt, a pinch of doubt. There you go. All right, so we have the standings, guys, to look at, and we can see how things are progressing right now. Obviously, you can see on the Group 1, Hellraiser's NIP, they're going to go, because it's impossible to get eliminated from this tournament, so they're going to go to a like last chance qualifier, of which there are many. But in that last chance qualifier, only one guy makes it out, I'm pretty sure.
Dan, I have not even tried to understand this.
You're going to work hard to get eliminated from this tournament. But in Group 2, we can see that things are progressing well. VirtusPro have 2 victories. They are looking primed and ready to set themselves up to just be secure. And they're going to go to LAN, and then they're going to be happy. However, Coming War's yet to play a match. Flipside Tactics and obviously TSM both just displaying losses to VirtusPro. So it's really up in the air between the last three teams, who actually is going to be guaranteed their spot to LAN and who's going to have to play in the last chance qualifiers.
Yes.
So there you go.
I just wanted to troll Dan, I'm sorry.
But is that correct? Like
add some
doubt? A pinch of salt? Can you help me out here?
Pinch of salt.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain that.
I thought you were talking about the ranking thing.
No, I'm legit trying to explain this to people who may not understand what it means.
I think producer Reedtz should Google it right now and then tell us on the mic.
But you should be... Okay.
No, no, just look at this knife. Let's go to the knife.
Okay.
How many followers do we have?
I guess doubt's not the best word.
394, I guess. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, we're live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
Yes.
And also, guys, remember, on Saturday, Sunday, well, it depends where you're from, but we have, of course, in the FACEIT League 3 regions. We've got Europe, we've got North America, and we have Oceania. And on Saturday is the Oceania ones, and Sunday is the North American and European qualifiers. So if you want to play, if you feel like your team's good enough to play some of the best teams in the world in your respective region, so, okay, the best teams in your respective region, to qualify for a LAN where you can play against best teams in the world, then the 2 teams that bottom the table in their respective regions will go into that close qualifier with the teams that are qualifying every weekend. So it's very accessible is the Face It League.
I feel like we need to make this a bit more bite-sized for the viewers.
What bite size?
Every week, for each region, we have qualifiers where you can qualify for the next stage of the league.
But I added detail.
I know, but this is the internet.
I said it with enthusiasm. I was enthused. Were you enthused? No, please.
Well, every week. I want to see UB United. I've been spamming
United.
UB United.
Oh, right.
It's Miss Harvey's team. In North America, I've been spamming her to...
United for services to Counter-Strike. That would be awesome. Sorry, continue, please.
It's like we've switched roles, Dad. I'm supposed to interrupt you.
You were saying all kinds of silly stuff earlier, so I get to interrupt you now.
Hey, I didn't bring up dogs, all right? If you bring up dogs, then things are going to happen.
Things will happen. I don't even want to know where that will... what you're implying, but continue, please. UB United.
I want to see UB United enter a qualifier. I think they're
why?
A team... Why? Because I want to see what they can do. I feel like, if you think about it, right, there are a bunch of, like, female teams around the world. And they enter tournaments outside of, like, female-only tournaments. They enter tournaments here and there. But I don't feel like you see enough of them. Like Bad Monkey Gaming, for example, right? How often do you see them play in tournaments that are not female-only tournaments? Because I don't see it that often. Exactly. Same for UB United as well. I don't see them. Well, I mean, as far as I'm aware, they've never tried to qualify for the Face It League in North America, and I feel like they should. I feel like they're a solid team. They've got some good players such as Miss Harvey, and I want to see them enter. And Bad Monkey Gaming as well. Like they should be entering our European qualifiers.
All right,
exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
sure. Why not? I have nothing to say to the contrary of that. But
okay. Well, there we go. So spam all the chicks and ask them to...
Spam all the chicks. Is that how you're going to do this? You're going to go out like that, spam all the chicks. Come on, James.
Yeah, with respectable...
That's my James impression.
With respectable messages.
Was it good? With respectful messages, okay.
Asking them, suggesting.
And
they enter the Face It qualifiers.
See their skills.
Yeah, I think I would like to, yeah, absolutely.
All right, then.
Well, that's that, Dan.
Okay, any other orders of business? Should we register Kukli Enterprises?
No, we should come in with factory suits on, with badges that say Kukli Enterprises.
Yes,
like proper grey ones with like grease stains on them, like black grease stains.
Why?
Like we're mechanics or something.
But why is Kukli Enterprises?
Okay, what is Kukli Enterprises then? Is it something to do with like being? Is it something to do with like the aerial plane?
The aerial plane.
Because of the jump pistol.
I don't know. You're making this complicated. You're making this complicated. I just want to register a company called Kukli Enterprises. You're like trying to set out a business strategy and a plan.
You've got to have a business plan, Dan.
No. So okay, what else? We're done, right? We're done.
We are actually done,
guys.
yes.
What about? Did you mention the Dragon Law stuff?
I have, yeah. They should know by now, so I think we could just leave it for now.
Where are we with that? We're good.
I think we're 6,000.
Oh wait, with the charity stuff, with the charity stuff.
That's done now.
That's done.
Yeah,
but we raised some money,
like
which was great.
£5,500.
£5,500.
Yeah, we're going to draw for all the stuff soon.
Yeah. So good job, guys. It's for a good cause. It was an awesome. That's actually like generally awesome cause.
Producer Reese is going to kill you.
We need to do more stuff like this. He needs to go home.
He's going to kill you.
You know what? Actually, I've got a bone to pick with producer Reese. Do you know why, James?
That's the best. Why? Tell me. Talk to me. Tell me the whole story, Dan.
in the Oceania stream. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Chris J has an Australian cousin called Sponjay. And producer Reese allowed me to... Well, okay, I just made it up. But I say Sponjay, and he knew all along, and he didn't say anything. He just let me say it. So I was just saying that his name is Sponge. It's not Sponjay, it's Sponge. He's not the cousin as Chris J, the Australian
You thought he was the cousin
down
of Chris
under.
J?
No, I didn't. I thought that's quite... Maybe, that's funny. But I was saying... The point is that I was saying his name wrong. Producer Reese could have corrected me and made me not appear a fool. But instead he made a decision to allow me to say Sponjay for an hour. So I'm just gonna... Sorry, you're gonna miss your train. No, okay. We're gonna close out the show, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you probably tomorrow night, unless something happens. But it won't, because Counter-Strike happens tomorrow night. So see you then.